welcome back to the Anchor Down Podcast. This is Season 3, Episode 18. Your host, Ian Larrabee.
Co-host, Benny Galley.
This week we're coming back, getting towards the end of every season, man.
Yeah, I think kind of everything's just wrapping up here.
Yeah, everything
in
is...
the last week of, regulation season, so yeah.
Right, really coming in. We've had a bit of eventful stuff over the past week with games and end of the season games. Plus, we had that one-act team this past weekend. They went down to the state. They called it, I think, like a state showcase, essentially.
Yeah, something like that.
Because, like they talked about last week, for that one act, you're not necessarily competing against each other, but they take the top 7, 8 performances, and everyone gets to watch them,
Yeah, they also received the best ranking you can get there, so...
Yeah, I heard they did very well.
Yeah, again, you don't place, but, I mean, I see that as placing number one. So,
yeah, they get the... Obviously the plaque, the Minnesota High School League plaque that we'll put up in the school. Then they had a nice banner, so it's like the Award of Excellence, something like that.
Yeah.
Essentially just saying that they whooped.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, I heard it was really good. I heard it was a good time. I saw some pictures of the auditorium, whatever
I think
in.
I saw
double deck, big. It was really cool. So congratulations to them. Really cool going down there and obviously getting some more awards for the school. Yeah. So they'll get that plaque up in the school somewhere.
One of the girls said on here that was like the first time in 25 plus years they went down.
2000, early 2000s. Yeah. So really cool.
Really cool, yeah.
Very good for them. There was also, I believe this past weekend, the Hibbing Heartbreakers or whatever it is, a speech meet in Hibbing.
Okay.
And I guess it was really big this year. There was a lot of teams. A couple kids did pretty well.
Yeah, that's good.
In their categories, and so they got that going on. Yeah, then you guys, speaking of good performance, you guys had a nice game last night.
Right. Yeah.
Want to talk about that game?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good, I guess, moral kind of win for us, kind of confidence booster, but also gives us a lot of, I guess, momentum rolling into playoffs. It's not really going to help us for seeding-wise, I don't think, also, or as well as us losing to Hermantown, so it kind of just kills us there. But I did see something posted by one of the, I guess you could call his name's like the Class A guy. He's like a broadcaster for hockey, and he said that it could go Cloquet, us, Hermantown, but I really don't see that happening.
Right.
Just because Hermantown has that win over us, and then I guess, I mean, they're also their other wins, so and then our other losses as well. So I really don't think we're going to get anything better than the 3 seed, but I mean, that's not the end of the world. I really don't care what seed we get because we got to beat everyone.
Yeah, still have to play those games.
Yeah.
But yeah, last night you guys beat Cloquet with 5-2. Ended up being
5-2,
4-2. Then you got that empty netter.
Empty net kind of sealed the deal.
So that's big game right there.
Yeah.
Just to have that win. I mean, you have the confidence now over them. You know you're capable of it.
Yep.
Like you said, you're still going to have to play every game. You still have to win all those games.
Right, yeah.
But it gives you a little bit more confidence and hopefully takes a little bit away from them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're on a 3-game losing streak as well because last weekend they dropped 2 to Roseau and Warroad. So.
Yep.
I mean,
So. Just
everything they did all season, they're kind of rethinking. Is this gonna work?
Right.
Do we have to switch a couple things? So yeah, it definitely gets you thinking. And I also think for us, coming off 3 big wins, it's like, okay, have we found something?
Like something's going good here.
Are we clicking here? Like, I mean, so yeah, two different sides of the story completely.
For sure. Yeah, and you guys now have last game, Chisago Lakes this Friday. That's at home.
That's a home game.
I was looking. It looks like Hermantown Cloquet, they're done. Like they're done with their games last night. You guys have that one more, get another win.
Yeah,
and jump into playoffs.
Yeah, I don't know if that was planned for them, but yeah, it's almost a 2-week break until the first playoff game.
Right.
So, yeah.
Which I would rather. Have a game or whatever it is right up until the end of the regular season. Give you that little bit extra.
Right.
In wrestling, we picked up a tournament a couple years back that so it went to this past Friday, and that Friday is like the last day of tournaments pretty much in the entire state.
Yeah.
But most teams don't wrestle that late. Most of them are done the week before or a couple days before that, and so I kind of like having that last meet.
Kind of still gets you into the flow of things because I know like our team, like I know there's a a week like through in the middle of the season that we had like a week off of no games, and when we come back, it's rough.
It's honestly worse having that a lot of time off. You get out of the swing of
I think you just kind of get like relaxed too. You're like you're not really looking forward to anything, and then all of a sudden you got a game coming up. It's like, all right, I kind of got to get back in the
getting that motivation
attitude,
back. Yeah, you guys. Good luck on that this game. I think we'll probably be able to go to that game Friday. See the last home game of the year, and then you guys most likely you're going to get a first round home game. Right? You will have the first round home game.
I'm going to guess we'll play North Shore here.
Yeah. And then from there, obviously, you just got to get those wins and play in it and move along and get down to Amsoil.
Yeah.
Play the important games down there.
Right.
So then too, speaking about wrestling, we just finished up our season last week. We had a quad in Deer River on Thursday, which it was all right. We wrestled like Deer River, Roseau, and Proctor.
Okay.
Beat Proctor and Deer River, and we lost to Roseau by a little bit. But it was good.
Yeah, they're different up north.
Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty good at what they do up there.
Proctor's a section team. The other two aren't though.
Right.
And so Proctor, there was a couple good matches. Kids gotta those section matches. But then there's a lot of us not wrestling.
Yeah,
Can we have match count? You can only go so many.
Coming up on that deadline there.
And then I got hurt a little bit, so I was sitting out. And then Friday they were down in Mount West Tonka for the last real tournament of the year for varsity, which went all right. We had a few kids place. Again, a few of us were sitting out, so it's kind of smaller. And then the girls had sections this past weekend. Sadly, nobody made it. A couple of them did all right, but then there were some Nashwauk girls. There's 2 Nashwauk girls that made it.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I know the Hibbing girls are pretty good friends with those Nashwauk girls, just being close.
Right.
And there's only so many girls, around
girls
here that are wrestling, so you
yeah.
kind of get to know each other.
Yeah.
And be friends like that. Yeah, so they're done now. They're just hanging around with us, practicing still in the room, just getting better.
Yeah.
And then this Saturday, we have team sections over in Rapids. First round, I think we're looking at wrestling Pine City probably, which we should hopefully be able to win.
Yeah.
Last year, we wrestled them the first round of sections and lost, so that's tough. We hardly ever lose to Pine City. I mean, in all the years I've been in, we've maybe lost 2 or 3 times at max. Yeah.
Who was ever just kind of on that day, I guess.
Right. They're kind of, oddly enough, Pine City is one of the schools that, for being smaller, they're their program is kind of growing right now. They're in a bit of a growth spurt. And then, realistically, we're not going to make it all the way to the finals. We don't have a full team at all.
Right. Yeah.
But maybe it'll be interesting to see that. We've got three ranked teams in our section.
Oh yeah.
Piers, Little Falls, and Rapids are all ranked in AA.
So that's kind of like us for hockey.
Yeah.
I mean, us, Hermantown, Cloquet, could arguably top 3 teams, but top 5 for sure.
Yeah, and so it's kind of tough. It's like, only one's going down there. Only one team is making it. So it's going to be a battle for them. And all those...
Yeah, that'll be cool.
They've wrestled, and they've been super close. I mean, you're talking like, one person loses and the other one wins. Like, in one match will change the score. Like, that's how close those matches have been. So that'll be interesting. And then next week, Friday and Saturday, we have individuals down in Malacca. So that'll be a good one.
Yeah.
Which is... We went back to 2 days this year. Last year we did a 1 day. The past 2 years maybe we did a 1 day section tournament.
Yeah, tiring.
I didn't mind it. I kind of like you get it all done with.
Yeah, but I guess that's true.
There was, for some people, if you're in a full bracket and you have to wrestle, because the way it works is like there's true second matches.
Yep.
So you could lose. Heck, you could lose the first round and still make it all the way back to second place to go to state.
Yeah.
And so for kids that have that make it all the way back to that true second, it can be a lot of matches, man, in a day.
Our first year Bantams, when we went to state, that's how we made it.
Yeah.
Like, we lost that first game in our region tournament, and then we had to make it through the back doorway. So yeah, that's a long weekend.
It's a long. My brother did that the 1 year. He made it to state, and it was a lot of matches in a single day. Dude.
Yeah,
it was just ridiculous. Yeah, so we've got that coming up here. Hopefully everything's good, hitting these practices hard leading up to it, and just everyone getting their mindset a little bit changed, a little more ready for the sections, because again, it's 0-0. All the kids you've beat or lost to, that match can be flipped.
Yep.
Many times at sections we've seen kids that have whooped on them all year long end up losing, or the other way around.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully that goes well for us.
Hard to beat someone twice too.
It is, and in wrestling there's a lot of that. There's a lot of, all right, well, you know what you did wrong. You know what you did wrong, and if it was a close match, it's like, all right, just don't let them get that.
Right, and you kind of know what they're good at and what you can do to defend that.
Heck, last year, Cooper, that's what he did. He lost to this Mora kid 2-3 times in the regular season.
Okay.
2-3 times, and it was like, it's kind of, that last time it was really like, man, you're going to need to beat him.
Yeah.
Sure enough, sections comes, and he whooped him. Like, it wasn't even close. Like, he kind of put a smackdown on him, and it's like, again, that's all that matters. Be ready that day. Show up and show out. Other than that, too, we got basketball.
Yeah.
Girls basketball. They had a few games last week, some losses there. Now
they got to be starting playoffs soon.
They've got a few more games left for sure.
Really?
They've got like two weeks left, something like that. They got a game this Friday at Duluth East, and then a game next Tuesday at I Falls.
Okay.
Hopefully at I Falls, I think they should be able to beat I Falls there. Get that win.
That'd be a nice one.
Yeah, the boys basketball, they're smoking right now.
Right. Yeah, they're going. I know they have a big game on, or I guess it would be tomorrow,
Thursday.
For section game, big one for section seeding. They're kind of telling me about it. If they can get that win against Cloquet tomorrow, that should solidify them being a 1 seed, which is huge.
Super cool.
I guess home court advantage, and then not playing the top teams in the quarters and semifinals. So
yep.
I mean, you kind of could say auto bid to the section final, but still got to beat the teams.
Have to,
but
still got to play.
It's a lot easier.
It is. They have that game, and it's nice. It's a home game, right? It's here, so they have that bit of advantage. Playing at home, you're a little more comfortable. You got your fans.
I know there's kind of talk about having a bigger student section for that one too, so that's always cool. Yeah. I know it's always cool when we play for hockey. When there's people there, it just
makes it better.
Sweet. Yeah,
makes it better.
Yeah.
Then next week, Tuesday, they're at Rock Ridge. I think they've got maybe two or three more games after that until their end of their season.
Right.
They're sitting at 14-7 right now.
Yeah.
Like you said, they're looking to get that number 1 seed in the section.
Right. And I think if they could get that win on next Tuesday as well, that could even solidify even more. And
I think
we swept both of these teams. So.
Which they already beat Rockridge earlier.
Right.
They beat Rockridge a couple weeks ago.
I think they did lose to Cloquet earlier in the season, but still kind of like a tie there. But then having Cloquet lose to Rockridge, I know that kind of helps their case as well. So yeah.
Yeah, so they have, I don't know if it's necessarily guaranteed yet, but just about guaranteed that they'll have, home first playoff game will be a home game.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I mean, we've talked about it before, but just the idea that they came from the past 2 years of struggling,
what they're doing now, it's awesome.
And they're back to the top of their section, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I think back how many years ago was it now? 4 years ago. Rahibi made it to the section finals and lost that real tight game. I mean, just being back in it.
And I know even a couple individual stats on that team. I know a couple kids that are leading like top 5 in assists in the whole state. I mean, that's
pretty
from
legit
where they were 3 years ago to now having a couple leaders up in the ranks. I mean, that's good.
I mean, there's only a few seniors on that team.
Right, yeah.
I mean I think
Ray Brow, he's in 10th grade. He just hit 1,000 points.
Yeah, so I think there's only
that's crazy.
1 or 2 seniors that start. I think the rest of them are either juniors or sophomore. So I mean, dude, you got a lot to look forward to there, right? You got a lot of time left on that. Like, that's nice. Then you have obviously skiing. They're done with. Girls hockey. They're done with. But now boys swimming. They have their last regular season meet. It's next Tuesday the 18th. It's at home. It's a try at home. They also had. I think it was last Friday or Saturday. Saturday maybe they had a home meet. I heard that one went pretty well. And then they're looking at sections on the 27th. So they have, and you go 18th to 27th.
Right.
Heck, you got 9 days.
Yeah, that's a little break.
It's a bit of a break. But they'll have that. And then they do their sections like a Thursday, Saturday type of situation.
Okay.
So they have Thursday And then I think you have to make it to Saturday, so I don't know, you got to place however decent in each of your events. And
really don't know anything about it.
Saturday. So swimming and diving for boys, good luck to them. Finish strong here. Hopefully they're able to kind of suck it up a little bit and get through this season. Because heck, I mean, by that time, you think 27th, it's pretty much every season's at the end. I mean, you guys usually play your section finals is usually like that 28th that weekend there.
Yeah, I think it's that. I don't even know. It's either Thursday or Saturday.
Yeah, because that's.
I want to say it's on a Saturday, but I don't really remember.
Yeah, because we have state that weekend. That's wrestling state is the 27th through the 1st.
Yeah.
And I remember you guys last year. Your finals game was sometime in that weekend, so I wasn't able to go to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so everyone right now, just keep pushing forward. We got a few teams, few people looking to hopefully perform at the end of the season here. Be really cool, man. I mean, I'm saying, why? What are the odds if you can send a few teams to state in a year?
Yeah,
I mean, that would be so cool.
Especially for us. I mean,
yeah,
nothing down on us, but I mean, it hasn't happened in a while. So
right, Hibbing hasn't necessarily had a lot.
Yeah, we haven't
team-wise.
Right, we haven't really been a powerhouse of anything lately. So it's nice to see teams succeed.
It is. It really does. It feels good. I mean, I feel like you can't deny the fact that you feel a little bit better about the school. You feel better about your sports and your athletes and even the other programs, your arts and that. So, I mean, that's really cool. Like, I think, too, last year for band, we had competition and the contest, and we got superior rating, and that was the first time we'd had superior in, 10-plus years.
Okay.
Something like that. I mean, it had been many years. And even that just felt so nice last year. I mean, knowing that these were improving and
success,
getting better, you really feel better and you feel more proud with the school. Other than that, you have NHL, Wild. They got a couple wins the past week here.
Right.
3 wins.
Yeah,
maybe.
now everyone's on the Four Nations break.
Oh yeah.
So they kind of switched that up instead of having an all-star game.
Yeah.
Like Metropolitan versus whatever
other
division. Kind of just split it up into it's called the Four Nations. So Canada, U.S., Sweden, and another team. Not really sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they just kind of pick their team, best of the country, and then I think they have a
some games.
round robin tournament. So yeah.
It's pretty legit.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I always like to watch the skills competition. That's always fun to me, but something new.
I think hockey does have that a little bit, different than most other professional sports, is that you have a few countries that these guys are, from. I mean, right? You look at NBA, you got Canada still, but I mean, it's primarily Americans and Canadians.
Right.
But I mean, you got a lot of Europeans and whatnot coming playing hockey too.
Yeah, Russians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of neat that they do that.
Yeah.
Kind of spread it out.
Yeah, definitely.
So you got NBA, you got the T-Wolves. They're doing okay. They got a couple wins lately.
A couple bad losses, couple good wins.
They played the Cavs the other night. I don't know if you watched that or heard anything, but I was watching it. They started, dude. They were down 25 points with 3 minutes left in the first. It was looking like it was gonna be bad, but they ended up coming back a good bit.
Okay.
But the Cavs, I think, are number one team or one of the top teams right now in the league.
I know they also did just lose to the worst team too.
Yeah. Then you got the crazy, Luka trade. He started his first game the other day on the Lakers. This is his first game. I saw something that his jersey from that first game with the Lakers, people want it, and it already could be sold for millions of dollars.
That's crazy.
Just that game.
That jersey. Absurd.
Yeah. Other than that, there's not too much going on. Was it next weekend? Is the skating show?
Yeah.
Living skating show.
Yep. It's a big one.
Yeah, that's over at.
I think it's Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, two day type of thing. Decent amount of figure skaters that we have.
Yeah, I think also a couple hockey kids join in there.
Yeah, you guys usually do something.
I'm not doing it, but
yeah, they usually do something with those kids.
Yeah.
There's usually about 8.
About 8. So yeah, I think that's right. I think there's about 8 that are practicing. So yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, we have you got President's Day coming up here. President's Day is next Monday. No school on that. It's kind of nice. Another long weekend.
Yeah.
We had this past Monday was a teacher in-service day, so we had a long weekend. I love those long weekends right
Yeah,
now.
they're nice. I mean, I'd way rather have a Monday off than a Friday.
No kidding. But yeah, other than that, there really isn't too much happening right now. I think they did announce today they've got the ASVAB test going on. If people are interested in taking that, yeah. Hey, I took it. I took it just to take it. It's free. You don't have to pay anything.
Right,
It's military's test, and you take it just in case. Just in case.
Yeah.
Hey, when World War III breaks out, I already got my info right. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I
on
guess.
list, get the job I want. But yeah, that's basically everything going on.
Yeah, I mean, kind of just everyone. The last couple weeks of regulation, and
Right.
playoffs are hitting around the corner, and by the time we're in spring sports, and then
Yeah,
before we know that, it'll be summer.
It's gonna be there. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about it the other day. It's getting to be middle of February.
Yeah.
We only have a few months left of
I
school.
mean, you can
coming up.
technically call like middle of March almost spring. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes it's warm, but
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
sometimes we're getting snow in May. So I mean,
Yeah, last week was kind of promising with the weather, and then this week came and it's frigid again.
Yeah.
Just terribly cold. Other than that, you have the spring sports that you start looking at. I don't know when exactly first ones start up, but obviously track is always getting into stuff. They practice indoor pretty early.
yeah, I know for tennis we also go to Virginia.
Oh, yeah, head over there
Practice
early.
on May off. I know last year we had to practice over there almost halfway through the season.
Yeah, I remember that. That was
Because I
bad.
remember one time we shoveled off the courts, and then we were like, all right, we're going to put the net up. And then, like, that next day it snowed again. So we're like, yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so again, just good luck to everybody here.
Right.
Get through this. Make sure you're staying on top of grades as well, because this is the time of year. I think a lot of times kids' grades sometimes start struggling a little bit, and it
Yeah.
takes you out of sports. And you got to think of, you need to be ready for the end of the season. Plus, if you're in
Right.
spring sports, get ready for that.
Yeah, or if you're not into spring sport, it could carry over to your
Yeah.
fall or winter.
Getting that coming around is not fun.
kind of rolls up on top of each other.
Yeah, I know I heard some stuff. I think the 8th graders right now, which I think it usually happens, the 8th grade class around this time of year struggles a bit with grades.
Okay.
I think they sent something out about there's a lot of 8th graders right now who are struggling with their grades, and it's like definitely next year going into 9th grade it changes
Yeah, it
where
matters.
there's no more all the grades don't really matter. I mean 9th grade plus, those are the grades that
It's high
truly do
school.
matter. So you got to be somewhat prepared to get ready for those and
Yep.
do what you have to. Yeah, other than that, again, just good luck to everybody. Congrats to the One Act team and the speech team there for that home meet.
Right.
And everyone just stay warm
Get
here.
up to that basketball game Thursday. Support those boys.
Friday, watch the hockey.
Yeah.
And other than that, just good luck, and we will see you guys next week.
For over 25 years, U.S. Bank, located at 211 East Howard Street in Hibbing, Minnesota, has provided office and studio space for Hibbing Public Access Television. We are thankful for their ongoing support. Hibbing Public Access TV may be viewed on these platforms: hpat.org with video on demand, Mediacom Hibbing 802, 805, and 807. On Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Download the Hibbing Public Access TV app for your iPhone and Android devices. Find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Vimeo. For more information, scan the QR code and go to hpat.org.